Welcome to Venture Onward, your trusted source for deep comic book analysis, breaking Marvel Studios news, and the latest from the Marvel Cinematic Universe and DC Universe alike. Today, we're diving into an electrifying development that could reshape the street-level superhero landscape. Jon Bernthal's Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, is set for a major role in Spider-Man: Brand New Day, the highly anticipated fourth film in the Spider-Man saga. The rumors are solidifying into fact. The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed Jon Bernthal is reprising his fierce vigilante role from Daredevil, born again to join Tom Holland's Spider-Man in a story that promises to mix grit with high-stakes heroics. Alongside them, Mark Ruffalo is expected to return as Bruce Banner/the Hulk with a substantial role, not just a brief cameo, potentially setting the stage for an epic clash or uneasy alliance in the bustling streets of New York. Early whispers hint at a dynamic team-up between Spider-Man and the Punisher as they possibly confront the rampaging Hulk, a scenario that comic fans have long dreamed about. This street-level adventure could inject raw intensity and new emotional depth into the MCU movies, blending superhero comics' best elements with blockbuster spectacle. This iteration of Spider-Man leans heavily on the Brand New Day comic book arc, a chapter where Peter Parker wrestles with rebuilding his life after world-altering events like One More Day in Civil War. The presence of new characters like Sadie Sink's rumored Gwen Stacy variant and Michael Mando's return as Scorpion, plus villains like Tombstone and Boomerang, signals a fresh but familiar Marvel Studios Phase 5 feel. Director Destin Daniel Cretton has described this chapter as an emotional ride packed with innovative action and heartfelt storytelling, designed to redefine what a Spider-Man movie can be. Meanwhile, the ongoing production schedule, now pushing the film's release to July 31, 2026, suggests Marvel is taking time to perfect this ambitious next step. The confirmed presence of Bernthal's Punisher marks a significant deepening of Marvel's street-level roster on the big screen. It's a rare chance to see two of Marvel's most complex vigilantes, Spider-Man and Frank Castle, share the spotlight, with Hulk looming as both threat and catalyst. This convergence is perfect for fans who crave layered narratives, tight comic book collections, and authentic character chemistry. Moreover, this development is a prime example of Marvel's ability to integrate its comic book characters from various corners of the universe, creating interconnected stories that honor the source material while evolving with the times. Meanwhile, after years of whispers, teases, and fan wishlists, the impossible is now inevitable. Marvel Studios and DC Studios are crossing streams in a celebratory one-shot that may spark a new golden era of comic book characters teaming across universes. Deadpool and Batman will headline the mayhem in a main story by Zeb Wells and Greg Capullo, launching September 17, 2025, with variant covers and backup tales that promise wild, unpredictable pairings. The book's oversized format will house backup stories so ambitious they feel like mini-events on their own. Kevin Smith and Adam Kubert bring together two streetwise icons in a Daredevil and Green Arrow showdown. Meanwhile, Chip Zdarsky and Terry Dodson pair Captain America with Wonder Woman in a tale of strength, diplomacy, and inevitable shield-slinging sass. And for readers who love their graphic novels with a dash of heart, Jeff the Landshark and Crypto the Superdog will leap into action under the warm, whimsical touch of Kelly Thompson and Gurihiro. The creative lineup feels like a who's who of comic book history and modern prestige, uniting both legacy and rising voices across Marvel comic book stories and DC Comics adaptations. Every backup tale will feature its own exclusive variant cover, many already revealed today by Marco Checchetto, Gurihiro, and an epic wraparound piece by Capullo that celebrates the legacy of both universes. And yes, there are more secrets brewing. According to editor Mark Basso, this project is about those surprising connections between the two universes, and Marvel promises additional reveals and variant teases in the coming weeks. Could this one-shot open the door to more crossover comic book collections or even eventual MCU movies or DCU movies? With both studios hungry for synergy, fans are already dreaming of what's next. In other Marvel news, after reportedly being offered just half of his previous salary for a proposed 9-month shoot, Jeremy Renner may not be out of arrows just yet. New information from insider Daniel Richtman suggests that Marvel Studios remains engaged in negotiations with Renner to reprise his role as Clint Barton in the next chapter of the MCU Disney Plus series. The show's sophomore season, rumored to draw inspiration from the gritty action of The Raid, would reportedly pit Clint and protege Kate Bishop, Haley Steinfeld, against Clint's long-lost brother Barney Barton, also known as Trickshot, a long-anticipated name among Marvel comic book stories and die-hard comic book characters fans. While Renner previously expressed hesitation due to the time commitment and a desire to prioritize fatherhood, it's not even a choice. "I'm going to be a father to my daughter." He has also been candid about his emotional connection to the role and its impact through his charitable foundation. "It's a fun world," Renner said, "and I love being part of it." The lack of an official announcement for Avengers: Doomsday, paired with Renner's absence from the current Marvel Studios Phase 5 movie slate, had some fearing Hawkeye's final arrow had already been loosed. But these new developments may signal a turnaround and the potential for a proper farewell or transition. Given that Hawkeye Season 1 was already a baton-passing moment for Kate Bishop, the second season could place her front and center while still giving Clint Barton the emotional closure fans have long awaited. Whether as a lead or mentor, Renner's return would ensure continuity in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and satisfy viewers invested in both the action and humanity of his grounded, weary Avenger. Shifting gears, Transformers number 25, arriving October 8, 2025. Will mark a stunning new chapter in Skybound, an Image Comics powerhouse title, and it's bringing serious creative firepower. Robert Kirkman, the mind behind Invincible and The Walking Dead, is officially stepping in to write this landmark issue alongside explosive artist Dan Mora, Superman, World's Finest, Justice League Unlimited. This isn't just a creative shakeup. It's the ignition of a whole new storyline in the Energon universe, complete with betrayal, reinvention, and the battle scars of legacy. Comic book reviews, comic book analysis, and even the most jaded Autobots and Decepticons fans are bracing for what's ahead. I've been so invested in this series since the beginning, Kirkman revealed in the official announcement. When Daniel Warren Johnson's run ended, I couldn't stay on the sidelines. Mora added, drawing my favorite Autobots and Decepticons takes me right back to my childhood. Issue number 25 will also feature a backup story drawn by Jorge Corona, tying past and present together, while colorist Mike Spicer and letterer Russ Wooten continue steering the ship. Expect comic book characters to be challenged in ways we've never seen, especially Optimus Prime, whose loyalty to Earth is about to be tested from within. Executive editor Ben Abernathy is calling this team-up a dream come true, hinting at storylines that will ripple beyond the battlefield and into upcoming Transformers, Void Rivals, and G.I. Joe arcs. And let's talk covers. Variant collectors, rejoice! Comic book collections will explode with artwork by David Nakayama, Kael'ngu, Daniel Warren Johnson, Jay Lee, and Dan Mora himself. Plus, foil editions, die cuts, and blank sketch covers, perfect for fans of high-end comic book art. Moving on, this fall, the sewers just got a whole lot louder and sharper as IDW Publishing officially launches Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a new comic book series spinning out of the hit Paramount Plus animated show. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles continue their decades-long reign as pop culture powerhouses with a bold entry into the comic book collections of fans new and old, delivering a fresh narrative burst powered by mutant mayhem, emotional beats, and some iconic shell-shocked nostalgia. Launching October 15, 2025, Tales of the TMNT will be a must-read for anyone tracking the evolution of this franchise across superhero comics, graphic novels, and now streaming success. The first two arcs will run 3 issues each, blending new animated favorites with classic comic book characters, giving them the vibrant, stylized energy of artist Louis Joyce, whose pages promise to channel the animated show's style with a kinetic, comic punch. Writers Mikey Levitt and Andrew Justra, veterans of the Tales and Mutant Mayhem teams, respectively, are diving deep into comic book history with arcs focused on both original characters and classic TMNT lore. And yes, Fugitoid fans, this one's for you. Expect robotic chaos, emotional stakes, and a very personal twist on the Mechanical Man himself. Levitt teases something special for robot lovers, while Justra calls his Fugitoid-focused story surprisingly personal, the kind of storytelling that elevates this beyond nostalgia and into the realm of best comic books this fall. Each issue will be backed by variant covers from talents like John Lankry, with a special edition planned for New York Comic Con, fueling both collectors and longtime Turtleheads. With humor, heart, and high-tech hijinks, this new title stands poised to expand the independent comic scene and, let's be real, dominate it. The Tales of the TMN #1 final order cutoff is September 8th, so fans are encouraged to pre-order now to avoid missing out on this evolution of one of the most enduring franchises in comic book history. For more comic book reviews, superhero comics updates, and graphic novel spotlights, stay tuned right here. Please subscribe, like, and click the notifications so you never miss the next shelltastic announcement. This is Venture Onward, where the panels never stop, and the heroes never sleep.